Yeah, let's just go. There's a very, very good chance that I end up making a silly mistake and end up
Corvo,
dying.
if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near.
Or like taking a hit or whatever. And if I do, I don't know if I'll continue or if I'll just give up. I guess it kind of depends on how far I got into it.
Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Emperor.
Well, I have the whole thing routed out more or less. Obviously, with anything like this, you're going to run into situations where you have to like adapt and improvise.
There's a cure for the plague by now.
Maybe. We live in strange times. Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months. That's unusual.
Well, this was important. We need help with the rat plague.
Also, I have not watched this cutscene in so long. And I also tend to play the game without shadows.
We're going up.
This looks different than what I'm used to.
Turning on the pipes. And she's rising. Oh, at last.
Steady pressure. And stop. Shut her down.
The Empress will be waiting for your news, Corvo.
Hello, sir.
Corvo, you're back! Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any
Yeah,
troubles?
hitless is not the problem.
Wait.
Playing this game
Listen,
hitless is not very
I'll
hard.
cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's supposed to talk to that nasty old
The problem is all the
spider.
other stuff. Like
Okay.
not
here we
using
go.
anything but your hands. That makes the game hard, and that includes picking up like bottles to distract enemies with,
She'll see you at once.
or unplugging a whale oil tank.
They're
Except
sick
for the few
people,
places where you
not
have to.
criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens.
And also like
We will
not being
save them
spotted at
whenever
all.
we can. All of them.
very well.
We will not speak of this again.
I was going to make it no powers as well, but there aren't any like
Thank you, Emily.
there isn't a rule set for that.
As you wish.
That
Your
actually works for
Majesty.
Dishonored 1 on Team Hitless, so I just decided to go no upgrades. Then I could do no powers if there's a rule set for that at some point.
2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
But that would actually make it really difficult.
It's a fair wind that brings
Mother's
you
going
home
to
to
be
me.
happy.
What
She
news have
missed
you brought?
you.
Follow me.
Now here's the first little thing that we're going to be doing. Since we can't fight these or anything, we're just going to hide under this table.
Knew of some cure. This news is very bad.
Good place to hide.
The breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here. Emily, get behind me.
That guy might decide to shoot at me, so I just hide from him. Now he's trying to figure out how to get to me. Maybe if... Nah, that doesn't work. What if he walks over here, maybe like, nah, just gives up.
Oh, my sweet daughter.
Who are those men, Mother?
I don't know, Emily.
We get this cutscene though. There isn't really anything we
Corvo,
can do
thank
about that.
you. If you hadn't been here. No more.
Hello, Talon?
Not again. Mommy! No! Get away from
What
her.
is that emote?
Corvo!
Dancing dinosaur.
Mommy!
Kind of fun. Also, hello, Octodial.
Corvo,
still subscribed, I see.
Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one. You'll know what to do, won't you?
Oh, we're also not doing any glitches, by the way. Ooh, first global animated emote.
Ward us all. Look at what he's done. Yes, he's killed the Empress.
Cool. It's actually pretty nice. I'm surprised they're giving that one away for free.
Emily, traitor.
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Peg him.
And this is the point where the run actually gets a little hairy. I don't know, an hour and something, probably. Like, hour and 30 minutes or so, I would guess. I am also doing rather good. Doing well enough to... Hold on. Okay, apparently I didn't manage to get that. I guess we're just fighting this guy. Oh, by the way, this is also single segment, so we can't reload anything.
Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off.
So we're gonna be taking this careful. We're gonna be careful here. This guy should go over there, and we should be able to just move past here.
The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an
Must
officer of
pick
the
up
law.
coins.
Transport through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with one
Fall damage does not count as a hit, but it counts as taking damage. Hitless runs do allow you to take fall damage.
Lazy bastards.
So I am going to be avoiding fall damage. I mean, granted, it's not going to be particularly difficult to avoid fall damage either. There are a few places where, like, if you are going no powers, it's actually kind of difficult. Namely, Bridge. Dealing with Sokolov without Blink can be surprisingly difficult. So here's something fun. These guys are having a conversation, but if we choke this guy out, the other guy just gives up. So we're going to be abusing that a few times in the run. Yeah, but we have Blink, so it's not a big deal. And for this guy here, I figured out, like, choking this guy out first, and then that guy is way easier. Because, yeah, that guy up there, whose name is Willem, by the way. He has a name, you know. This guy here, he'll notice this guy when you drop him again, because his sword makes sound. Now, since we're trying to not take any damage here, you can actually just hide right here. That's fine. Now, one time, I've had these guys just randomly spot me, so we're just gonna be hoping that doesn't happen. And we're good. Let's go gut vault. Easy.
That doesn't happen by accident.
You think that?
And now I have to resist picking up the bottle. Because I'm not allowed to pick up this bottle. You're not allowed to use bottles or whale oil tanks or anything else. I guess I'm just gonna not pick up the corpse as well, since you don't have to. But like... I don't think that's against the rules.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the city watch at once.
Now this bit's a bit hairy,
Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try
but
to take
looks
them out
fine.
alone.
Yep. That went really well. And now as long as you just as long as you just stay like under the surface of the water, then they'll never ever spot you. And it's really free. That went really well. That entire bit went really well.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance.
Over here. I'm
Now we get to
Samuel,
take a break.
and I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I can still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here. This is the Hound Pit's pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing.
This game looks so different with default iron eyes.
Swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent
It looks weird with like actual lighting.
Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
So it's starting at...
We can continue this Yes. Piero's as much an artist.
When you get a new tank from upstairs, please arrive on this place and be careful. Quiet and stable. Perfect. Tell me what I can make for you.
And I actually think even the faces look really good in this game. They're sort of like kind of stylized,
Your life will get
sort of
even more
exaggerated.
difficult.
So they look pretty good.
You should rest while you can.
Yeah, this game like holds up really well graphically.
Sleep well.
I think because it kind of has like a sort of cartoonish watercolor look. So even though like yeah, it's not like the highest like graphical fidelity anymore, it still just looks really good.
Hello.
Oh hi Mark. It's just a really like pretty game really. Nice hardball. Now, we don't want to fall into the void because that actually does count as a hit. I don't know why, but apparently it does. So...
How you...
yeah, we don't want to do that. But that's only really like an issue if you're doing no powers runs. I guess minimum powers runs.
Early stages of the plague involve coughing and fever. It can often be remedied with a liberal
Well, let's... another thing.
bleeding from the eyes.
Campbell
is inevitable. All suspicion.
Ready to go? Just give the signal. It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. Then there are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. I don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
Dunwall citizen, this is a special announcement from our honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever.
This bit can get a little sketch. So we just have to be careful of the guards that are patrolling here. Is he gonna look at us here? That's fine.
Hello. I hear the second.
I found out recently that you can actually just pull this lever here through the door like this. That actually just works. And right here, I am not going to be running because I've just randomly, just randomly had those guys down there notice me. So I'm not taking any chances. And we're just gonna let those run away. I tried to choke Campbell like while he was running out, and it's definitely possible. Like speedruns do it, but the problem is, in a run like this, just wait for this guy. Yeah, in a run like this, occasionally they'll just randomly notice you, and I don't want to have to reset over that. I'm gonna drop him there.
He is strong and
Yeah, he's clearly not doing a very good job looking through that door. No, we don't want to use the gun. There is a guard that patrols here, so I am going to be somewhat careful with him.
I spent the rest of lockdown out on a ledge.
Maybe the outsider was watching.
I think they'll just go through here. Now there is a guard down here who can decide to walk about, and that can be annoying, so we're just gonna be extra careful to avoid him. And at this point it's basically free.
Hey, Corvo. From the way I hear it, Campbell lived a pretty posh life. Maybe it's not my place to say, but men of the faith shouldn't live like barons. Are you ready to go? Okay, let's go.
So that's the first mission down. So that's pretty good.
Admiral Havelock and Lord Pendleton are in the courtyard. I expect they'll want to congratulate you.
Now the Weepers can be pretty annoying here. Yeah, that went pretty well. I was like really careful dealing with Campbell.
Sailors tell tales of monsters far out to sea.
You don't have to be that careful. But yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to like take chances with that. Now though, we're kind of facing a problem, a weep problem, and yeah, these weeps.
It is every citizen's duty to report treasonous speech and.
I don't have a good way to deal with them. Cool. Like first time, or have you played it before? Yeah, my strat here is just he runs in there, then she will turn around right about now, then she'll notice me, and then she'll go, oh, that's another guy, I'm gonna turn away and not look at him again. And that, what that basically does is it skips an animation where she like digs through the ground or whatever. And that means after a while, she's going to come over here. And then we can run up and choke her out. Okay. Yeah, it's a really good game. It is worth playing and replaying.
Corvo.
I know the Golden Cat, not as a patron.
I'll take you to the Golden Cat when you're ready. I've taken Lord Pendleton enough times, believe me.
I actually like recently reached 2,000 hours in this game, so I guess this is kind of a celebration of that.
I'll get you as close as
Yeah, Dishonored 2 is also really good. I kind of like didn't like I kind of had a like lesser opinion of it for a while, but then like I replayed like part of it and was just surprised at how good it actually is. That game is also really good, and it has like especially its earlier levels are a lot stronger than this game's earlier levels, I think. Like for example, like the first mission in Dishonored 1 is way better than Prison. It's far more open and lets you like approach it more, like how you want to. Like better at masking being a tutorial.
Good luck to you. I know Emily must
Also,
mean a lot to you.
if you haven't played the DLCs for this game, you should absolutely play them. They are also really good. And there's a good chunk of people who don't know that they have it. Yeah, Jindosh's house is also just really cool. There we go. Now, there's a guard here who can be really annoying. It's fine. This guard here can also be kind of annoying, but he tends to not look this way. Yeah, my opinion of Cracking the Slab has kind of been marred a bit by it not being that interesting to speedrun. Casually, it was really fun, but it has the problem that it takes away all your powers. Well, not all of them. I think actually all it does is it takes away all your mana.
Suspects? What? Suspects? We ain't gonna waste time solving who killed
Oh yeah, here's a fun thing. I can't pick up the note down there, but if I jump, that brings Corvo's head down just enough that I can. Yeah, I heard about Titanfall 2 has like a very similar level to that. How do I do this? I think it just went here, then there.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Thaddeus Campbell.
And then here. And here's another one of those cases where you choke this guy out. And it just interrupts the conversation. Oh look, there's a safe. I should probably ask the guy who has it what the code is.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. A mandatory oil ration is now in effect.
Also, I'm not used to these towers like having a texture. It looks weird to me. Yeah, that's what I hear about that level. It's just basically a better version of Cracking the Slab. But I haven't played Titanfall 2. I should. It's one of those games that I want to play, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
Now Morgan's on the first floor. I need to get the men in position.
Actually, we're gonna open that door later.
Talk to that nice girl again. The one I told you about.
Dunstan, the Pendletons are here. You're supposed to be on duty. You're supposed to be on...
Oh, that's good. I deserve that one. Shall I tell you why? The Pendletons are here, right? Start with them. I cheated them, robbed them of thousands.
Yeah, Death of the Outside is like about... Well, it's about like the length of the DLCs for this game. Combined. It has some really cool parts though.
That was perfect, but it's all I can take.
Particularly second and third mission are really good, I think. And they are also the ones that use the same level.
Done, I said. Retribution. Now let me out. What the? Who is this? What do you want?
Yeah, like the bank vault is really fun.
Yes, of course. The combination is 1, 3.
I also just really love like tattooing yourself to gain access to like an to an exclusive club. That's just funny. Actually, another thing I really like about Death of the Outsider is just the whole auction is just really cool. I love that. Pretty minor part of the game, but just like, I just really like it as an option.
The door is locked.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see your question. This run here is like without powers at all. Well, like without upgrades. So, Link 1 and that's it. We're doing... Yeah, we're doing nothing really. Not quite like Minimalist, because we are using powers. But... it's pretty close. It's like as minimalist as you can get without, like, while actually still using powers. Yeah, just blink one, that's all. Like if you see here, just blink one.
Hey, you're just the man I was looking for.
Wait, why do I have 2 runes? Which rune did I pick up? I picked up the one in the outshot, in like outsider, obviously. But which other one did I pick up? That's weird. Because there's no point to picking up any runes in this. So much just like been habit. It's not very difficult to speedrun, it's just you don't really do a lot in it. Because it's just running.
Information from my missing guy. Let's have a listen.
There is some tech, but that's mostly just like sheathing the timepiece faster. Yeah, tedious maybe. Honestly though, like it's actually not a big deal in the speedrun. It's sort of like a nice change of pace. Also, great voice acting warning.
The cats.
That dialogue is just so iconic. Like coins? Getting all the coins? Arg! No! No! Ah! Yeah, this game is just really fun to just play really slowly and doing everything in. It's generally just really good to play like a wide variety of ways.
Are you both ready to go? Corvo, you must have worked wonders out there in the city tonight. I can't believe my old eyes.
Nice Wells? I didn't know everybody would like. I didn't know everybody would be awake this early. It's like 7 in the morning for me.
I'm not one to speak against.
Oh yeah, my first playthrough of Dishonored 2 was like 30 hours because like I read every single book I stumbled across.
Grown-up business, girl. I mean, your ladyship. Forgive me.
It's okay. I heard a
1
lot
a.m.
about your business at the Golden Cat.
Oh. I should concentrate on piloting this boat.
So did you wake up early or go late to bed? 3 p.m. That's a very reasonable time to be watching a stream. 2 p.m.
Young Lady Emily, I'm Callista.
I woke up early today, like 4 a.m.
Pleased to meet you.
And I was like, well, I can do this run, can't I?
Would you like to see your room in the tower?
Can I see it?
Yes, you may. You'll get to see
Ooh,
it all.
maybe your neighbors.
The entirety of the Hound pits.
Good. I think I'll like it here. I'll go with Callista, Corvo. I'll see you later.
Let's go, mates. I can't do an Australian accent.
And with the Pendleton twins gone, our own Lord Pendleton will assume their votes in Parliament. In one night, you've done more than most men do in a lifetime. I need to speak to you soon. But for now...
Well, it's not gonna be that long. You're not gonna, like, go way too late to bed. It's only, like, gonna be, like, maybe, what? An hour or so more? Maybe an hour and a half more. I don't know.
Where's Wallace? Wallace!
I guess this run would be, like, an hour and 30 minutes at the start, but we'll see.
All right, my friend.
Off to Caldwin's Bridge, sir. We'll get our sleep later. Just climb aboard when you're ready. What do you think, Corvo? Caldwin's Bridge. You've been in the
So,
city for years,
Bridge
but
should be free. I don't think there's, like, anything difficult in this mission that we actually have to worry about.
See all them lights on the water? That's right. We'll be spotted for sure.
This is no hit.
Pick you up.
Well,
Now, about bringing Sokolov back alive. He's
yeah, the art direction in this game is just spot on. It's really good.
gun wall under his thumb with all
Especially when you actually have lights on. It looks really good. And it still looks really good despite being, like, over a decade old by this point, so...
I know.
Yeah, it looks really good, this game.
Curfew means ain't nobody allowed to be just wandering about, except us.
But this is, yeah, it's a... Yeah, it's a hitless run, where we're, like, not using anything except, like, Blink 1. And we're also, like, doing non-lethal ghost and... how did I do this again? Also doing non-lethal ghost. Like, we aren't killing anyone, we aren't being spotted. And yeah. And I guess the other thing is, which is normal to hitless runs, but not speedrunning, it's also single segment. So we're not allowed to reload a save. So exactly, one tiny mistake and the whole run is over. On the plus side, we aren't trying to be fast, so we're just basically doing a casual playthrough. It's quite fun.
Curse the plague and this blasted curfew. How was anyone supposed to make a living? Well now, Mr. Cratchit. Even a wealthy man like
Luckily, this game is, like, pretty forgiving for hitless runs. Actually, this place right here is kind of scary, I suppose, because this arc pylon can kind of suck. But it's fine.
Okay, good. We can't lose any more men to the arc pylons.
Crouch hopping does not make any noise, and it makes you move faster. You can see here, like, this is a normal speed I move at. And then if I crouch hop, I move slightly faster.
You'll be thankful when Slackjaw's boys come
So, it's how, like, all non-lethal ghost runs of this are played, basically.
There was a time when we didn't need these things to keep a gang of kids down. I think since the plague...
Yeah, let's just not risk anything here. Another thing is if you run jump, that often makes less noise than just a regular run because you only hit the you only make noise when you're actually on the ground. So yeah, you can it's often like quite useful for sneaking up on enemies. Yeah, I do my best here to just avoid having to like choke anyone out. That just makes everything. Yeah, just makes everything faster if I don't worry about the enemies. Turn around, good. But on my like on my first playthrough, I choked everyone out as well. I don't think like I used a single sleep dart. It was just, ooh, there's a person, choke. There's a person, choke. There's a bone charm, strong arms. This is the best bone charm ever. Why did I go here? It's fine, but I normally go on top of that roof. I guess I could just go over that place. I just want to wait for that guy to turn around so I don't have to deal with him. Yeah, I also like tried to collect everything when I was doing casual playthroughs as well. Oh, I got really thrown off here. Now all the guards are like in locations that I'm not used to. I'm just gonna go back. How about that? We just go back and then we basically reset the level. No, wait, I don't know if I can get up there. Hold on. I'll fix this, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. There we go. We're now back at the start. Then we go up here. Let me go here. Good. And... don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. There, we got past it. It's fine. I love how that area is the one that gave me trouble with this.
You haven't been thinking.
It's like famous for being like for being one of the shortest areas in the entire game. Because, yeah, in 80%, it's just 1 blink, 2 blink, and you're done. Well, actually, it's like 3 blinks nowadays, but... yeah, you just basically blink directly to the exit, and that's it. Okay. And here's just 1 blink. Let's wait for regen to be safe. 2 blink, 3 blink, done.
Royal physician himself. You made a neat job of it.
That's Bridge. Now, Boyle is one of those missions that are surprisingly annoying to do. Boyle is actually scary.
They set up a cell for Sokolov in the old Campbell.
Yeah, I'll do my best, but no promises.
It'll be a shock, him waking up in the straw and old dog poop. But from what I hear, he's woken up worse places.
Boyle is an issue in most categories. It's not an issue in 100%. It's really good there. But like, the only thing that's actually difficult about this is getting to the party and leaving the party. Like, the actual party is the easiest thing ever. Except when the game breaks.
Corvo, wake up! You were making funny faces while you were
which does happen.
I decided to nap here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run here. Callista...
Attention Dunwall citizens. The Ascension circles.
Royal physician, you're part of this rabble.
I hear you're... I knew...
Ah! I'm not used to playing this without, like, with only Blink 1.
The Boyle costume ball, huh? Well, that'll be fun, but not for everybody. You ready? Regent's pulling out all the stops for the Boyle family.
It has no negative effects whatsoever.
Watch yourself, Corvo. They don't fool around.
I think the reason why it's there is because they want you to like find Piero and see that he's spying on Callista. I think that's why it's there. Now this bit though is kind of scary. First of all, we have to make it up here. That's not too difficult. But then we have to not be spotted by the guard or the tall boys, which went all right. 1, 2, 3, and we're in. That's fine.
Could the city get any worse?
Yeah, no need. I mean, here's the thing. You can also just buy it and then not give it to Sokolov. Wait, what? It just... Oh, Yeah, that's kind of weird. Just like, anybody must have been the guy, guy wearing the mask. The murder mask.
I say nothing against the Lord Regent. He's the only one holding...
I'm going to stay far away from this guard.
Some of us will be great.
The reason for that is guards will just randomly decide to kick you if you're close. And that's a hit. Even though you don't take damage, it's a hit. Right.
The ox roast we had
Sir,
last
I know
week
these
might
are
have been
dangerous
the best
times,
I've had.
but please.
I know your mission tonight. We must speak privately.
You should see this as an opportunity.
To what? Learn a hold on.
Well, it's not so much about like the moral dilemma, it's more like about power corrupting, right?
I'm not here for conversation.
So I love this guy here.
Blow off, why don't you? This is the worst party of the year. I wish you were that assassin. Anything to be done with all this. All right, I'll go. I don't know why I came to a Boyle party of all...
I'm a friend of Pendleton. Her name is Waverly. I won't harm her. I swear.
Okay, stay away from that guard, he's scary. Let's see... Hey, Waverly.
Well, what is it? It's tacky for a hostess to drink.
Also, I actually have to not make a stupid mistake, yeah?
What do you mean you'll save my life?
Because if I pick the wrong dialogue options, I can't reload a save. Let's see... Yeah, that one.
What? Why? Who sent you? Very well. I've no wish to die. But I won't wait long. And if you're lying, I'll see you hang.
Like, generally, the way I think about the game is it's sort of trying to tempt you into... like, into using your powers to kill a bunch of people. It's giving you a bunch of powers, most of which, like... This one can only really be used for killing. Killing requires you to kill, used for killing. Makes it easier to fight enemies. Like, so many of them are really useful for killing, and then it gives you, like, a whole bunch of weapons to kill enemies with as well. It's tempting you into, like... Yeah, it's tempting you into doing a high chaos playthrough.
Enjoy my masks.
With the outsider sort of taking the place of like a sort of what's that guy's name from Faust? Mephisto, I think? Something like that. Like a devil figure tempting you into evil. Yeah. Can we just please? There we go. I mean, I would just like to point out though that, like, this is using just Blink 1, and it's still more than adequate.
Where is she?
Like Blink is just really that good.
You found her. Quickly, let's get. At last, oh my love. Someday you will
Like,
understand.
like for example, Knife of Dunwall has like upgrades for sleep darts, right? If I remember correctly.
All she'll have her whole life.
And that like works well from a gameplay perspective. But also, Dishonored 2 has various upgrades for like being able to, like even like also in that game you can choke enemies out mid-combat. So even if you accidentally start a fight, you can still, yeah, you don't have to kill everyone. And that maybe like works very well from a gameplay perspective, but I still think from a thematic perspective, I quite like the idea of a game that just gives you a whole bunch of tools for killing people, and then go, well, obviously you killed everyone, so you got the bad ending. I kind of like that about Dishonored 1. Like, I've known people who were surprised that they got a bad ending because, what was it? They spared all of the targets. I mean, they killed everyone else, but they spared all the targets, so why wouldn't they get a good ending? And I think in that regard, the game actually it's kind of clever. It's kind of clever in that regard. Anyway, that's another mission down.
I hope you enjoyed your evening, sir. But we'd best be on our way. Quickly.
But yeah, Dishonored is like one of my favorite examples of a game that which really manages to mesh its story and gameplay together.
Lord Pendleton said he would meet us here.
Mm.
I checked the wine cellar. Losing family gives a man a thirst.
Okay, so how the like so how chaos actually works in the game is sort of weird, and I don't think actually that well thought out. Like the Pendletons count as the Pendletons count as civilians.
You did it.
Chaos-wise, even though on end mission screens they count as hostiles. But they give exactly as much as killing just a random civilian, which is a bit weird.
You've had a long night, Corvo, but I fear it's not over. Havelock and Martin.
But like the idea is, if you kill everybody like in a like if you kill all of the guards that you come across, then yeah, that's probably not good for the city. Even if you also took out all of the corrupt leaders, then yeah, losing every single guard is probably not that great either. I don't like that about it.
About time we took care of
I think that's actually pretty cool. And the game generally like punishes you harder for killing civilians than guards as well. One civilian is worth 4 guards. It's worth noting, but then there's also like the fact that Pendletons count as civilians, which is kind of weird. But I do think like the chaos system is actually fairly well implemented for what it is. It's sort of like an abstraction of unforeseen consequences. Hence why it's called chaos, because well, the flies are surprisingly easy to deal with, but visually I really like how they look. The rats in this game are like on hardest difficulties, the rats can kind of overwhelm you. But I have another question: what's worse, rats, flies, or river crusts? Because river crusts, now those they are scary. There's one part in this run where they show up, and that is like one of the scariest parts of the entire run. Exactly. River crusts, hands down. Also, just slashing flies with your sword in Dishonored 2 is so satisfying. Like I remember on like unreleased, just being giddy with that. Just being able to like slash them with my sword. It felt so good. Just the way they splatter in that game. It's really cool. And destroying their nests as well. They are actually really well done, I think, in that game. Which section of the flooded district? I think like pretty much all of them have like a ridiculous amount of river crusts. Like at the start, or my first playthrough was Emily, and then I did a Corvo playthrough after that. I like pretty much alternated them casually. River crusts are the plants in this game that absolutely murder you.
Your report, General Tobias? Everything is secure on the grounds, Lord Regis.
I don't know where they came from.
A citywide ban on whale oil is now in effect.
Let's see, how do we do this? How about we just do it like that? Yeah, giant barnacles that spit acid. I don't know where they came from.
Please don't hurt me.
Actually. But I do love how like one of the scariest enemies of this entire game is a plant. Yeah, nasty looking indeed. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. And now we wait, because we want the mission with the propaganda officer to complete before we pick this up. No, we're not allowed to do glitches. No glitches. We're opening saves the boring way. Ah! And yeah, waiting for that and then picking it up means he disables the arc pylon so we can just run up. I almost fell to my death before. I just want to point that out. It is terrifying. It is genuinely terrifying because at this point I've spent like almost an hour doing this. So if I die now, like that's an hour just wasted. It is terrifying. It's genuinely terrifying. That reminds me a bit of like playing Resident Evil 2, the remake. And going for the S ranks and that. Yeah, we're just gonna wait back here so that guy does not notice us because I've had him notice us. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, like mollusk, because they have pearls, right? I know they have pearls. Ask me how I know. That is true. What if the real Hitlers were the friends we made along the way? That is true. We should actually just go up here so we can run. Let's see, can we go here? Yeah, there we go. And now we make sure, for safety, to land on Samuel.
Is it all done?
Because that way we cannot take fall
Ready
damage.
to go back to the Hound pits?
That's very important.
Thanks to you, Corvo. All right, let's go.
And we have now officially spent an hour on this.
Big changes. Makes me uneasy, to tell the truth. A small fry like me always gets the worst of it. But maybe it's going to be different now. The Lord Regent is gone. The Abbey has a new High Overseer. I'm guessing our work is almost done. The others are in the bar. No doubt waiting to raise a glass in your name. Me, I think I'll just linger out here if you don't mind. Reflect on things while we have a moment. Congratulations, Corvo.
This is another one of those places where I have to not autopilot, because if I do, I will end up falling off the chain in a really stupid way and potentially falling to my death. Yeah, flooded is scary. I'm not really looking forward to that. Correction, I said I had like 2,000 hours in this game. I got that during like while routing this. Yeah, I've played this game quite a bit. And I know someone who has more than that. Not much more. Like 20 hours or so more than I do.
This is the one who was with the Empress when she died. Poisoned. Tyrian stuff. Amateur work.
But yeah, speedrunners play this game quite a bit. So we know. Yeah, so we have a lot of hours in it, and that's also why I know a lot about the game. Is because I've played the game a lot just to explore it from various different angles. Oh, there's something funny about this cutscene, by the way. I can show just here. I don't have 2,000 hours in Skyrim, I'll admit that. Right over there, you can see Dowd. Now you can't see him anymore. That's just a nice little detail. I might have like close to 2,000 hours. I probably don't actually. Skyrim. Or like across all versions of the game, I probably have 1,000 maybe or something. I don't know. I can check after this.
A gift from your friend. The one who talks to you in the dark. Talks to you.
And yeah, learning 100% of this, that takes quite a while. That gives you a few hours.
But I don't know you. Who you are.
It is currently 7:45 a.m. Is that a hit? Was that a hit? Do we have to reset? It's fine. Nobody tell the mods. The only way to actually complete that is to alt-tap during this cutscene so they don't see it. No one tell the mods. Shh. Also, I think this is the last time that we end up breaking the hands only part of the rule set. We have to do that. Now, I'm gonna do that. Oh. This place has no good way to leave it. We either have to go down here with our fish or up there with our assassins. So, time to YOLO, I guess. It's fine. It worked. But yeah, if you miss that, you're just gonna be eaten by the fish, and there's nothing you can do. There are also fish there, which is like really scary as well. This whole area is really scary. And yeah, that's river crusts right over there. And this particular place can be kind of scary because you don't have a lot of mana, and there are just crusts everywhere. Yeah, it used to be like a thing that speedrunners did a while back, I think. I don't actually remember. But yeah, I think that just used to be the strat at one point. Now here there are a good few ways to do it. So you can just go over there then up, but I'm actually going to do a slightly safer strat. Just because I don't want to have to deal with being noticed while doing that. I'm actually going to go this way. Also, is he alright? He just... Okay. Don't spot us, please. Oh, and yeah, there's a hole here in case you don't know. You can just go through it and skip the entire level. Now, I had some trouble doing this earlier. So I want to find a lineup for this where I don't. There's gotta be a way to do this. Because I don't want to have to actually... Let's just go for it. That's fine. Okay. I should not have waited after I got up here, because that guy spawns immediately. But once you're up here, you're like 100% safe, because you're underneath a roof. So Corvo like extra crouches, and there's no way they'll ever like, spot you in that case. Then we can blink here to climb on top of that. And then we can blink down again. And I think this is safer, because there are assassins on the other side of that, which can spot you. And we don't want them to spot us, so we can do this. Can you tell I've been caught? Can you tell I've been caught there during practice? A lot of times. There are like a lot of places in this game where you can just like skip a level if you know what you're doing, or like a large part of the game if you know what you're doing. No granny racks. We didn't do her quest, so it's up there. But yeah, even if Granny... Actually, no. We would have to actually choke Granny out. If we were doing that. Like, we would actually have to, like, steal her key or something. Because... we can't, like... We can't kill Slackjaw, obviously. Okay, Flooded is almost over. There's one more scary part of Flooded at this point. Yeah, if you don't do her quest, she doesn't spawn. So it's locked. We could just leave immediately. It is pretty good. It's not as good as Crowley's voice acting, am I right? This place is scary. I just do 2 blinks immediately and just avoid it. Because yeah, river crusts. Ugh. I don't like them. Okay, 2 levels.
Please.
Yeah, that room, for anything where you don't like have a sword, so you can't break those planks, is quite scary.
I was only a kid at the last coronation. We even make it to tonight. Will you look at this mess? Relax. One of the officers said he was dead.
How many do I have? 2 is fine. And here, I'm not at all sure what are the best ones to take.
The men are still trying to penetrate the workshop.
I'm gonna get rid of this guy though first.
There is evidence that Anton Sokolov was held here against
Then we're gonna peek in.
We can't determine what happened to him. I'll bet my commission is in that building with Piero Jolly.
Okay, we're good.
So arrest him. But I don't want him harmed until I get to the bottom of all this. Careful. The place may be booby-trapped and I want him alive. What else?
Yes, sir. Servants were all executed shortly before we arrived. Looks like a naval cutlass and a small bore pistol. Looks like Corvo ran amok before he left.
Turn this building inside out. And it goes without saying, this area is sealed.
I really like coins. Coins are probably the best optic in this entire game. And the next round I'm going to be doing after this is no hit all coins. It's not, but I would actually like to do that one day. But yeah, coins are great. And anyone who says otherwise is a fraud.
Thought I'd find you here. Never pays to bet against you, does it? Us. Going to get the coal. Good. That's one more trip across the river to where it meets the sea. That's where the Lord Regent was building his new lighthouse. Ought to be something to see.
One more mission.
This is it, sir. I suspect Havelock Martin and Lord Pendleton landed there a while ago.
Money is funny in any world.
Knowing them,
Particularly coins are funny.
without a fight. I remember hearing the Admiral and Martin talking.
And especially in this game's world. They're just really good. Fun fact, did you know there are like different versions of coins in Dishonored 2?
All I can say is that it's
Depending on the period they were minted in.
all this is settled. We'll see each other again.
So like Sokonos has its own currency that's different from Dunwall's, and Dunwall has coins both from both from Dishonored 1 and from Dishonored 2's timeline, time period. So there are coins with Emily's head on them, and there are coins with there's a coin to your Twitcher. Yeah, do that, but you don't have to give money to me. You only get one emote, so it's not worth it. Give money to like Levin or Sarah or someone who has like more emotes than I do. And yeah, this is slow going all the way over here, but it's the most like consistent way to enter the fortress that I found. But there's like no chance of being noticed unless you bounce off of that, which I almost did. But I didn't, so it's fine. Also, I have not watched season 3 of The Witcher. Should I do that? Now, I've never been spotted on the left side here, but I'm sure it's possible, so let's see if today is the day. Hmm. And that's another one that's just like another strat which is just like safety. Blink above that area, because sometimes a guard will be standing directly next to the elevator. And this way I can tell whether he is or not. Oh wait, no. We're not going that way. We're going up here. Oh right, yeah. So blinking straight up in this game is just weird. It just sometimes doesn't work. I don't know why. No, maybe I shouldn't actually do that walk along the railing, just in case I fall. Right at the very end.
Remember when this was just a dream shared by a few and
Who is that? Admiral
This
Havelock?
is all Martin's fault.
If you don't
We
let me
hadn't
out, I'm... Corvo!
And that's it, by the way. We're done.
Is it going to be okay now? Will I be Empress?
This should officially be a world's first then. And a first attempt. First try.
So ends the interregnum, and now Emily calls.
We can watch the ending now.
Will take her mother's throne after a season of turmoil.
Yeah,
You will
GG.
stand at her side, Corvo.
That only took like an hour and 7 minutes.
And protecting her from those who seek to exploit her or cause her harm.
No, it did. Okay, no, it did not. That's because Twitch stats doesn't update. Took an hour and 18 minutes.
Shouted in rage.
Yeah, celebratory dino dances indeed.
So it is with the passing of the plague and Emily's ascension comes a golden age brought about by your hand.
It's actually a good emote for celebrations.
And decades hence, when your hair turns white and you pass from this world, Empress Emily, Emily the Wise, at the height of her power,
I have an emote, yes,
lay
of a
your
coin.
body down within her mother's great tomb, because you are more to her than royal protector.
It is. I spent quite a bit of time making that one. Oh, got an achievement actually. You completed the game in low chaos. Cool. I've definitely never done that before. That's a good way to end it. It didn't show up on stream because yeah, it doesn't show overlays. Doesn't record those. But yeah, ever since I started doing all achievements, I don't think I've ever had all of the achievements in this game. Because I've just like been resetting them over and over and over again. Maybe. So Dishonored 2 has the really good advantage that it actually just straight up supports no powers. You can just go, nope, I don't want powers. So maybe I want to do that for this. Like do this for that, but just go full on no powers. Because you can do that. That will probably be a lot harder. But also the environments in that game are like more designed for like low powers, like no powers, so. Like you can complete this game without powers, almost. You have to blink during the dream, and during tower, and what's it called? The last mission, flooded. At the very start of flooded and tower, you need to like use a power. That's it. So beyond that, you can complete the game without powers. But Dishonored 2, you can just complete without powers. The game has like built-in support for that, and that also means the levels are like more well designed for it, I guess. You can't actually do that. There is one bone jump which you cannot get without powers or glitches in Dishonored 2. Which is the one on Adamaya. And I'm pretty sure there are also coins you can't get without glitches. And I'm not gonna be doing whale oil tanks strats in this, like in Dishonored 2, in any kind of single segment run. Because that shit's not consistent enough for that. And it's a glitch. That's 8 AM. Also high blockfish. Yes, bloody Danes. Dag nagged those gosh darn Danes. With their CTs and their weird morning bread. Yes, this is a good start to a day. Thank you, and good night as well, because I guess the stream will be over soon, so you can finally go to bed. That would actually be really cool if you could do that. Just choke out every single enemy on the entire level, because I don't think bodies despawn in Dishonored 2 and just stack them on top of each other and just climb to the top. Kinda like the physics puzzles in Half-Life 2, which is Dishonored. Yes, I started at like 6:30ish. So I guess in that respect you were right. I don't think they do. I don't think they have collision. That would be a wonderful way to just break the game in all kinds of weird ways. I think any game developer who doesn't want a nightmare of debugging will just go, nope, corpses do not collide with the player. Nope. Yeah, not with corpses you create at least. I can't think of any. I mean, Dark Souls, the corpses can collide with you, but you can't collide with them, if that makes any sense. And I remember in Bloodlines, there are corpses which you can collide with, but they aren't from like any enemies you kill. They are from like they're corpses which are already in the environment. I also don't think they impact line of sight. Maybe. That would be such a Deus Ex thing. Yes, good morning, good evening, and good night. Yeah, hold up corpses in front of you and you become invisible, like putting a basket on a shopkeeper's head in Skyrim. I played Deus Ex, and I played that right up until the mission where you meet your brother in his room in the Ton Hotel. Wherever it is. And he like gives you a mission, and then when I came back, he wasn't fucking there. So the game's softlocked and I just haven't played it since. That's a long bloody game then. Mm-hmm. I can imagine. But I should finish it. I like that kind of game. It's kind of like the like the sort of go-to immersive sim, I guess. How does that stick work, by the way? When I played, it was just like random whether it actually stunned them or whether it alerted them to my presence. How does that work? Which is not very useful. Hmm. But I've played Bloodlines through like 8 times at least. And that game's also really good. Although, it's not as finished as Deus Ex, I guess. Oh, so if they're walking and you walk into them, they don't notice you. The enemies in this game also kind of tend to just not notice you when you walk into them occasionally.